Hey everybody and welcome back. Today I want to get into it very quickly. We're going to answer the question in the title of this video, is Durham Region affordable? To do this, we're going to look at detached stats going back for a few years now, and I want to show you kind of the inspiration for this video. In recent updates, I've talked a lot about comparing 2022 to 2021. Obviously, these are both just years that we have never kind of seen before in Durham region history. Yes, the ramp up in 2017 was pretty significant. You see a big spike in the median sale price in 2017 early, followed by a big fall off. And then, it took a while for prices to catch back up to where we were in 2017. Probably not even until the pandemic that happened. So I had a comment from a user on one video asking if I could compare 2019 stats to what we were seeing in 2022. And I thought I'd take it a step further and go back 2016 and 2013 as well. So let me just hop right into here what I'm talking about. This is the comment that I'm talking about. It's just this part at the bottom. Charts showing 2019. Can you do the 2019 year-to-date numbers as well? So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to compare 2013, 2016, 2019, 2021, and 2022. And we'll try to answer the question, is real estate in Durham Region more affordable now than it was last year? How does it stack up historically? First thing to illustrate just what a unique year 2022 has been from a real estate perspective is our listing days on market. So I'm not even talking about necessarily just the length that listings are sitting on the market. Like you can see going back to January, we were only at, 8 days on market, and it's kind of slowly crept up since March, April, May, June, July. You can see every other year, 2013, 2016, 2019, my legend at the top, and even 2021 last year, January starts as a bit slower month. People are still waking up from the winter. The market really picks up into our spring market in May and then slows down into the summer. So I'm seeing some headlines saying how the summer slowdown is expected. We see it every single year, but what's not expected is what we were seeing in January. We never really caught that breath, caught a break from the pace of the market last year. The other chart I want to look at are home sales. So again, in a normal year, and just for note, 2016 was a pretty frantic, overheated year in real estate in Durham region. So that's why these sales volumes, these sales numbers are so much higher than you're seeing in 2013 and 2019. 2019 still in a bit of a recovery from the shock of 2017, I would say. But you're seeing that sales peaked in 2021 and in 2022 in March, whereas traditionally we see them peak in May. Now, what I wanted to do is show you kind of total sales and the breakdown. So you can see that of the years we're looking at, of the 5 years, 2022 slots in third place behind 2021, which is just something else for total sales, to up until July we were looking at here. And 2016 even had more sales than we saw in 2022. It gets interesting here though when you look at how many sales were in Q1, so from January to the end of March, versus Q2, and I called it Q2 plus because we're actually looking at April to July. So in a normal year, again, we'll quote unquote normal, you see about a third of the sales happen in the first quarter. Then you'll see the other 2/3 happen up until the end of July, from April to July. So it's a lot busier sales months on that end. Yes, 2021 and 2022 kind of followed a bit of the same trend, but the sales were much more front loaded. You can see 42 and 44% of sales happened in Q1 of 2021 and 2022. And the sales totals are the lowest we've seen out of anything we're sampling in 2022. But the distribution is also the lowest in terms of how many sales out of the total happened in Q2 plus. Only 55% of sales actually happened. So sales slowdown has definitely happened, but I think that showing the distribution of sales illustrates it a little clearer, that just how historically slow these last few months have been in Durham region real estate. How about our percentage of listings that have sold over asking? So this is another good indication of the heat of the market. So this isn't the percentage that they sold over asking. It's just, if 100 listings sold, how many of those listings sold for over the asking price that you're requesting? So early 2022, these numbers are 90%, 92% over asking price. Even 2021, which was an extremely hot market, you're seeing kind of in the high 70s, low 80s for the range, and it stayed pretty consistent right through the first 2 quarters of the year. 2016, less than 50% of properties were selling for over asking, kind of getting into the second quarter, you started to see that hover around 60%. And then 2013 and 2019 stayed pretty steady right through as well. But 2022, for starting off so hot, you are now seeing in July less than half of the properties sell for over the asking price. And I want to walk you through the sales over asking in a similar exercise to what we did with total sales. So comparing the percentage of properties that sold over asking in Q1 to Q2 plus. And about a third of properties in 2013 that sold over asking happened in Q1, and then 2/3 in Q2. And I'd say these ranges for 2016 and 2019 weren't too far off. It pretty much followed the trend of total sales, meaning you weren't seeing too many more sales happen over asking as you got into the year as you were seeing earlier in the year. And same thing with 2021. We know that sales were a little more front loaded in 2021, and so were the percentage of sales that happened over asking. What's interesting, once again, and I'll keep using this word interesting, is in 2022, we actually saw more properties that sold over asking happen in Q1 than we saw in Q2 plus, which is again just another indication of this market slowdown that we are seeing. So how does that all shake down for median sales price? We are officially in the red for Durham Region year over year. So July 2022, the price was less than it was in July 2021. And you can see that that has kind of all happened since the peak in February, which we keep talking about. And I just want you to notice on this graph how kind of steady prices stayed throughout the years. I'm reading a lot about how there's a lull in prices all the time because, you're getting the most money for a property in February because there's less competition, blah, 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 blah. And this is just a normal market we're going through. Prices are going to bounce back, but you can't tell me that 2022 doesn't look a little different. That prices have definitely come down a little more dramatically in 2022. And what I want to show you on this next chart, once again, is just how median prices change from Q1 to Q2 historically. So these numbers you're looking at here are the weighted median prices for all these years that we're looking at and the percent change from Q1 to Q2. So you can see even in 2021, when we got out of the gate really, really hot with crazy high prices, they still did increase in Q2 plus by almost 1%. In an extremely hot year like 2016, they went up by 8.73%. This is such a drastic decrease here of negative 17.8% for 2022. So the median sale price weighted in Q1 was 1.265 million, and we're down to 1.039 million, 1.04 million in Q2 plus. That's my preamble, and that's all the data kind of comparing not only 2019 but 13 and 16. You can go back through those charts just to see the difference in how a normal real estate year, we'll call 2013, 16, and 19 kind of normal years compared to what we are seeing in sales and prices from 2021 and 2022, just to give you a better idea of where we stand. But now to answer the question of affordability, and are homes more affordable now with price drops than they were last year at this time? So here are what the monthly payments look like for July median prices going back to 2013. And let's really focus in on 2021 and 2022 because we already discussed how, yes, we are down year over year in Durham Region for a detached property when it comes to median sale price. And we are down by about $15,000. But does that $15,000 equate to a cheaper monthly mortgage? And the answer is no, because our mortgage rates are almost 2% higher, just over 2% higher than they were last year at this time. And this is for a kind of 5-year term. This is based on CMHC's lending rates. So you can see that equates to about $800 more per month in 2022 in July than it was in 2021 to buy a home in Durham Region. Again, broad stroke for the entire market. It's going to be a little bit different market to market. So I hope all that data has been helpful. I do want to answer one more question for you, and that is, how much further do prices have to come down at current mortgage rates, interest rates, in order for 2022 and 2021 to be comparable on the affordability side of things? And again, all that data I'm showing you is assuming 20% down. So that's what we are operating on. So assuming you have 20% down, prices in Durham Region need to come down about another 17.8% for affordability to match up with where we were last year. So what does that mean for the median price point? The median price point would need to come down from where it is right now in July at $938,000 to about $775,000 for like that middle of the road median detached home price point. These videos are never to spook you out or make you down about the market. If you bought a home with the intention to be there for a long time, I hope you're not even watching these videos because you should be happy in your home. Congratulations. You know, people have bought homes at the peak before and they've lived to ride it out. I hope that you're able to do the same thing. If you're looking to buy or sell, I hope this data is useful to you just to kind of describe where we are in the market as well, comparing 2022 to, again, quote unquote, what a normal year in Durham Region real estate looks like. If you have stuck around for this long, going through all the stats again, please do subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with a friend who is looking to learn more about real estate in Durham Region. And again, until we speak again next time, please stay safe and cheers.